Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. Yes. You're ear-watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nine's a taxable bard.
I'm Nicole Bates. I'm an elk.
And I'm Greg. I'm playing Oseth Ralph, a Furbog fighter. And I'm off camera. My characters.
Not that they can even see that camera.
No, they can't yet, but
Spoiler.
Our ear watchers definitely can't see it to begin with anyway.
no. And who are you?
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. And I am as trusty as our patrons are over on Patreon.com, who continue to support us every single month in and out. And if you want to be just as trusty as all the rest of our patrons, you can head over to patreon.com/dice and dungeons and start supporting us yourself. And you too will be called a trusty patron the next time we record an episode. Over to you, Nicole.
Have I been downsized?
Nope. You guys always screw with me during the
Name
intro.
one time I've screwed with you guys at the opening.
You have no video evidence of that.
So I thought that was a good segue. I thought that was good.
I'd also like to thank our immensely patient sponsor, Geekified.
What do they sell?
They sell all manner of geeky toys and games and magic cards and role-playing, everything you could want.
What can I buy
role-playing
right now? On their website, even.
Probably some packs from the Brothers War, or when this airs, maybe even the new Phyrexia set that's coming out. For Magic the Gathering, they sell packs and singles, and you can order them online or go visit their store in Iowa properly. Check them out at their website, geekifiediowa.com, and purchase from them because they're a fantastic sponsor who's been with us since the very beginning.
The very, very, very beginning.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, they've been supporting us for a year and a half.
I did
now.
okay.
More than a year and a half.
Yeah, you did great.
You were awesome on that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I didn't even use their old URL that we used for like a long time.
I was wondering if you were going to do that, and you didn't. In the interest of promoting some not wizards things,
Yeah.
I think
The new sorcerer stuff is pretty great.
the latest set of Pokemon cards is currently up on their website.
yeah.
Not that this will be airing a while after I'm looking after this.
Yeah.
But based on everything I've seen within the Magic the Gathering community, they're angry right now. So we'll talk about Pokemon cards.
You know, Ash isn't going to be the protagonist anymore.
I saw that.
Yeah, they're gonna finish his story up, and he can stop being 10 forever.
And he can wake up from his coma.
Yeah,
Which, the longer the series goes on, the more that makes sense.
his mother's gonna be very happy.
Yeah, and he's going to be really disappointed.
And the
His
new
coma was
Pokemon.
great.
I'm not the master of Pokemon.
Aw, dang.
So go buy the new Wake Up from a Coma card and the new Pokemon card set, I guess.
Wake up from a coma.
Wake Up from a Coma.
Pomamon.
It's that's more Digimon than anything else.
It is. Wake Up from a Coma is definitely
Anyway,
like some
Go to
30-foot tall angel with a gun.
go to geekifiediowa.com and buy that stuff from them. Buy those things from them because they're very,
If it doesn't
very
exist,
amazing
kickstart it.
sponsors. Through geekifiediowa.com. Thank you.
Well, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, Midnight Brunch helped Shalitha, which was the person they found in the mines under the Drang Peaks, who was, unfortunately for her, dead, by resurrecting her. As much as they wanted to speak more with her and find out about her circumstances,
And get our money back. Hillwin's money back.
she needed time to recover. So the group went to meet with Commander Sol-ath and go on patrol with him along the shores of Lake Domar. While out on patrol, they encountered what looked to be a nefarious group trying to sneak into the country. And after tailing this suspicious group for a while, our heroes were noticed. And now we find them in combat. So everyone, that's where we're starting, in combat. When we left off last session, to be specific about the circumstances, Soria, you had just been shot at, sort of a warning-ish shot, or maybe not a very skilled shot from someone who doesn't hunt very well. You'd been shot at, you turned around, you're now charging at them from about 60 feet away. You are currently a deer.
Deer thing.
You were a deer in the story.
Should I just use the elk stat point?
That's fine, but wanted you to know what you were. So you are a deer. The group that you had been pursuing had stayed sort of spread out within like 10 to 15 feet of each other, but all at least 10 to 15 feet away from each other. So, you know, gathered in a group. The three of you, which is Nines, Holwyn, and Sol-ath, had stayed together, tailing, and Ulseth had gone off to the side in a sort of flanking-ish position to try and get some more views on them, get some different angles, but if noticed, not draw attention to the group at large and only to himself. And combat is starting with a single turn surprise round of Soria charging.
Alright.
And that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna reveal the map now to give highlights to everybody, because the battle's fairly spread out. We don't have a good camera angle to grab all of it. To over off on the side of the map, if you can move kind of Soria, and that's where Soria is. She's over in that corner of the map. Over here,
That's over behind this tree.
yep, that's where Ulseth is. The group of three is clustered behind a little shrub there. And then right here in the center, basically center frame of the camera, are your baddies. I had described them previously as being shiny. It's nighttime, it's hard to see much, but
And tight-fitting outfits.
the limited light that is there, their garments, you can't quite tell if it's armor or like just cloaks or some sort of strange material. It's shiny. There's a fair bit of reflectivity coming off of them. There are 5 altogether, and I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Wow.
That's funny.
All right, let's start. Oh, and by the way, David Wong is playing as Holwyn in combat as well, and Nicole Bates is also playing Sol-ath in combat, which was a real jerk move of me, because guess what? He's a battle master.
Yay.
So
I have a bunch of moves.
most complex melee class.
Yep.
And I'll be playing one character.
Let's go in order this way. I need a Soria.
15.
15. And then, did you roll for Sol-ath?
Also 15.
Also 15.
But different bonuses.
All right. Then I need a Sol-ath.
13.
13. Then I need a 9s.
9's got a 21.
Dang.
And then I need a whole one.
Also a 21.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. I got an 18. Helen got a 15.
Wow.
I have +3. They have +6.
I got a
that's a big
14 and a
plus.
13 because we have a 1 and a 2 and me and Sol-ath.
That's kind of funny that two of you wound up with the same initiative numbers for the two characters you're playing in this combat.
And also, I have usually the worst initiative rolls, which is bad for a buffing character.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one gets shit for the first round.
But I also have a surprise round.
You have one surprise round that you can use. So before we actually start into our initiative tracker, you get your move.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So, can I reach him then?
Yeah, I mean,
Elks have a very fast speed.
yes, you were running full bore charge speed. I figure you're doing a charge attack.
Yes, I am doing a... I'm using the elk block, but I'm doing a charge attack here. So, that will be a ram attack. 9.
Yes.
Doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
9 will not hit. No.
Alright. Then I'll make a hoof attack. Nope, I'll make a hoof
First
attack.
try.
There we go. First try. 17.
That will hit, yeah.
Okay. 4. Max damage.
Wow.
11. Bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I don't think that your hoof attack has any sort of like knock prone or anything like your charge attack does.
No, but as I'm reading it, I actually can only use the hoof on a prone target, so that would have been a ram, which is the same to hit.
Okay.
So I would have swung at him with my antlers again, and it only did 4 damage.
Oh, okay. So not quite as
No.
much,
Not
unfortunately.
11.
I was reading Sol-ath's stat block and didn't look closely enough at that one.
All right.
Alright.
Well, you
Okay.
still do some damage,
Yep.
and
And I smack him.
And surprise them.
yes. Now we enter the actual initiative track, and let's see. I need the one with the T. Where'd you place the one with the T? Okay. That one, it's, as I've described it, it's fairly dark. So I'm going to be describing actions under those circumstances here. I want that out in front of everybody. You see this character do this, just kind of like hit their forearm, and then they're gone. They disappear. Holwyn's turn.
Hilwyn is going to shoot the one in the middle there
Okay.
twice.
That's the one with the M, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
Yep.
we're going to use a force arrow. I think that's on here. Yeah, force. Force
Okay.
arrows.
Sure.
First one is
Light side or dark side?
it's kind of a gray area.
Oh.
The gray side.
Gray Jedi.
Yeah.
The first one will be a 20.
20 will hit.
Yes. And the second one will be a 12.
The 12 will not hit. So go ahead and roll for damage on your first strike.
And that's going to be 9 damage.
Should I leave like the base where they were, or just?
It's fine.
Okay.
And
Fine the way you did it.
can you move Helen by the rock?
Like here,
Kind of break us up so we're not all in the same spot here.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will be Helen's turn.
Okay. Next up is the one with the J on the base.
We all rolled 21.
Behind the tree here.
No, technically the one with the T rolled a little higher.
Oh.
But the one with the J did roll a 21. So,
Oh, I didn't.
that one, right there, similar action, hits the forearm, gone. Nines, it's your turn.
If I walk by that tree, am I within 30 feet of the one?
By this tree?
No, the one I'm right next to.
This tree.
Yeah, if I'm by the the little one I was standing next to, can I get within 30 feet of that guy while being within arm reach of that tree?
I think if you just move to the
there.
slight front of it, yeah, you'll be within 30
that's about
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to look at the one that's in the middle there.
The one hill one shot at.
Yep.
Hey! Are we in combat right now? Is it just staring at me?
I mean, yeah, they're just kind of staring. Like the question is so absurd that they're just like,
Man, I should make like this tree and leave then! As I cast Hideous Laughter.
as you cast Hideous Laughter. Okay.
I shake the tree and a leaf falls.
Well done.
Good
Wow.
timing. I mean,
That's prop humor, do you get it?
Wow. What's the what's the save on this now?
It's
Is it
15.
15?
wisdom.
Yeah. Let's see. No, they fail. They fail. So they are.
Amused.
They're not laughing, but they're like. It's kind of a grotesque looking twitching almost.
Yes,
That
that's
seems
usually
like
the
the-
response for
yeah.
one of my jokes.
Yeah, grotesque twitching is often in your audience.
But there's no noise coming from them. All right.
And hold on, I get a bonus action, and
Yep.
there is a Sol-ath next to me. Sol-ath, do you want to be inspired?
I'm afraid to say yes, but yes.
I learned that from a bard that was wearing a bear outfit once.
If you understood why we're laughing, you're a subset of like people in this world between D&D and Rhapsody fans, and the crossover is smaller than the pixels on the camera.
The crossover is specifically right there.
That's the crossover. Okay. Sol-ath is inspired, his bardic inspiration.
Great.
So remember that.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to do, Nines? Any additional movements
I think-
or anything?
No, they're going to be able to hit me regardless, so I'm just going to stand there and call it good.
Okay. It's Sol-ath's turn now. Then it's Soria's turn.
All right. Sol-ath can move 5, 10, 35. He has 40 movement speed, so.
So
Yeah, Sol-ath's a quick boy.
now, if he does hit, he'll get advantage because of all that, but he does get a chance to break Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, I know, but Sol-ath, I hope we'll just kill him immediately.
And he still has to get back up and everything.
Yeah. So, Sol-ath will pull out his big sword. However you describe that.
Yeah, basically, he's got kind of a, well, I mean, the closest thing I can describe to it is like a thinner Buster blade. You know, that's how I designed it, because I thought that would be a neat looking weapon. Pulls it off of his back, it expands open, as a lot of Fervent tech does, and makes an attempt to strike on the ground.
I'm just gonna stab down into this guy
Okay.
immediately.
Yeah, well,
All right.
He's very good at just stabbing people in the back, maybe.
We've seen that happen.
17.
You get advantage
17
if he's-
total.
You get advantage if he's prone?
Oh yeah, I do get advantage
Yeah.
from prone. No, it's still 17.
Doesn't break the armor.
It doesn't?
No.
Huh, okay. Well, I'll make his second attack.
Okay.
What the?
That's really-
What are you doing?
Did you
are you doing
trade
my rolls or
dice with Greg?
Should I add inspiration here?
Not
No,
with
but
those
no.
rolls. At the very least, just keep them on the ground.
All right, so
Misses. On purpose.
Sol's busy looking at the elk, I guess.
Well, I would describe the first blow as like hitting the person, but like the person's armor does its job.
And deflect.
When I said
yeah.
doesn't break the armor, I meant that kind of literally in this. Because that is the job of armor, after all, to take a blow and protect you.
All right. Yep, that's Sol's turn, I guess.
And the second was he just. Ugh.
And the second one, I'm gonna say that
He was off balance. Or
the guy was the guy in one of the convulsions that he's got going on from Tasha's hideous laughter sort of twitched out of the way at the last second. He's a squirmy little fella.
Sol-ath, I thought you were good at this.
Shut up, Nines. And now it's Soria's
when
turn.
you say
unless
it.
you want something else to do with Sol-ath.
Nope.
Okay. Then it's your turn.
I'm going to elk away. I can get attacked.
Yeah, that will provoke an attack of opportunity, but they're not gonna take it.
Well, that's unsettling.
I'm gonna move back over to this tree and drop my elk form, which isn't very good at this level.
All right. And now you're you again.
Just double checking quick. I want to make sure revert. Okay, yeah. So that's my bonus action to revert form. And now I want to cast a spell.
Marvelous.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on the one with the bow. Pulling out my small iron rod and whispering my Fey words to it,
Okay.
channeling it towards this person.
Okay. What's the save?
16 wisdom.
Okay. They resist it.
Okay.
They seem to quiver for just a moment and then snap out of it.
All right. That's my turn.
All right. It is now Bow Person's turn.
Yep.
Bow Person again. And they're gone. Ulseth, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move my 30 feet. Maybe more this way. 2 squares. I think I can go one more. Yeah, there. And let's see, you said in the last episode that they were wearing light armor.
That's what it
down.
appeared to be.
Oh,
That's just a guess.
so I don't want to use Breaker. I will use Gola, Disruption. in this stance, a successful strike can give the next attack advantage.
Okay.
Okay, that's my bonus action. So at this point, I've used my action and bonus action, and all I can do is stand there and hope for the
You've
best.
only used your movement.
Yeah, you haven't used your action.
Oh, well, what can I do?
You could dash and get another set of movement. You could ignite your sword.
Yeah, do I want to do flame on? Flame on.
Okay. You've got your flamey sword. Illuminates the area around you.
You might get a better view of that.
You get a little better visibility of everything within about 10 feet. You've got a pretty clear light. Things beyond 10 feet are still fairly hazy at this point.
Yeah, even with all the super dark vision stuff.
Yeah.
Can they add in the rulebook super dark visions?
I have
It works the way you think it does?
I have super dark vision because I have
It's just
goggles
longer.
of night. Yeah.
They are not helping you. You can see the shape, but the details are not. They're just.
I'm just trying. You know.
Anything else that you want to do?
No, I've used up everything I
Okay,
can use.
just making sure. E over there.
Yep.
That last one. Can you guess what they do?
Yeah, they go.
Yes, that is correct. They slap their arm and they are gone as well.
Yeah.
What about the one that's on the ground?
Okay, this one gets an attempt to break it. Break the hideous laughter. They do not break the hideous laughter. They're still twitching.
It's a very good joke. Physical humor is peak humor.
They're still a squirmy little
fell
fella.
over, rolling on the floor, laughing myself. Yeah.
Maybe you should just tie him up.
It's now back at the top of
Maybe
the
we should
initiative
just do
track.
that.
And
Be the
need
first
to-
one that went invisible.
let me see something here.
That's the spear one, right?
Okay. Next to Sol-ath, the T appears
Which side of Ulsa?
on Sol-ath's right side.
This one?
Yep.
What a shock. Just absolutely didn't expect that. Nope.
And
And attacking from invisibility, I'm guessing it's advantage.
yeah, it will be. Let's see what happens. That is gonna be. What's your AC?
20.
All right, first attack misses.
That's
Good
good.
start.
So does the
All good things.
second attack.
But you're still rolling dice.
How many?
And so does the third attack.
Oh,
so
right. Was
I
this-
guess Sol-ath wasn't joking when
He was
he said that's
expecting.
totally expected and was able to deftly move out of the way from the most impotent rolls. I rolled a 4 in order, a 3, and then a 2.
Sounds like my
Well, that was
Sol-ath
kind of a
rolls.
nice sequence.
With advantage.
Sounds
That is.
Boy, everybody's got my
Beautiful.
dice today.
Yeah, so,
Good thing I haven't had to use mine at all.
so there's that.
Were those slashing attacks?
if it's
No.
a spear, they're pokey attacks.
Well, I'm just checking. They might have.
They're not.
Yeah.
Might have done that. They might have been waving it around because they're invisible. You know, they couldn't see themselves, so they didn't know where their weapon
They're-
was. So they.
That's how it works.
Just
you know how invisibility works. You
Yeah, that's
turn
pretty
it-
much how it worked for me.
even though it was before the broadcast, we had a very detailed discussion about how invisibility and weapons work.
We should recreate that for our patrons.
Okay, that's the end of that character's turn. Yep, that was great. It's Holwyn's turn now. The most impotent turn I've had in
I
a
guess.
long time.
Hillwyn is going to attack the one that just attacked Sol-ath.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's not prone.
Yes, and we want to stick with force. Force still good? I think force is still
Same
good.
as mine. As good as any.
First one
element.
is going to be 23 and 21.
to hit.
What was the first one?
23.
Okay. Both of them hit.
The first one does 7 damage.
Okay.
The second one does 7 damage.
Poland's not pouring out a lot of damage on this.
I like the low numbers.
Everyone's rolling very low today.
I'm a very golf-inspired D&D player.
This would be a really fairly boring fight on a TV show. Anything else Holwyn's doing?
No, just gonna hide there for a moment.
Okay. Then it is... Let's see. Next to Sol-ath, the J appears.
Like here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they make a little like pooping sound or something? Or
No.
when they appear?
Just a little. Excuse me.
No, they just sort of fade back in. It looks as though it's almost like water. It's like liquid is pouring over them as they reappear.
Wow.
This will try lightning next.
All right. Let's see if this person can do anything. Yes. Unfortunately for Sol-ath, they can. And that's gonna be... Uh, 9 plus 4, 13... 20 damage to Sol-ath.
This is not
Sol-ath's
going to
dead.
be good if we get hit.
Fairly certain Sol-ath is not dead. And then the second attacks.
So last AC is 19. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just in.
That one hits, dealing 13 more damage.
Getting hit by these guys is not going to be a good thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm
And-
gonna not get hit by them.
The last attack does not connect.
They each get 3 attacks.
Maybe
And
it's just when
then-
they come out of invisibility to get a third one.
Let's go with that.
He's gonna end his turn there. Nines, it's your turn now.
So it just looked like just water came off of them, or they like water formed into a person.
So, imagine, if you can, kind of like getting out of a pool and like water, like getting out of a pool quickly, and water is just sort of cascading down your body.
That's what it looked like when they reappeared.
That's what it looked like when they reappeared. It looked like a whole bunch of liquid just whoosh, rushing off of them.
All right. Well, I guess I will just insult the one that can actually hit someone. Is there anything distinctive about them? Just the short?
They're shorter.
They're dwarf, probably.
Just dwarf.
You haven't been able to make out any real details if they're a dwarf or they're just like a short human. It's hard to tell.
Just say that
forms
you
are
met a
sort of-
horse that's wetter than that.
I don't understand how they would find that insulting. Just
Yeah,
be
I
like,
don't really see the insult. in
I
that
would
one.
be insulted, but that's fine.
hey, probably dwarf.
There's no response.
They say black makes you look slimmer, but it's not working for you.
15.
Yes.
Okay. No response. They make it.
I noticed a bunch of things. I'm gonna hide behind that other tree, the bigger tree, because there's someone invisible that does a lot of damage. So
It's just like, hey, you suck. I'm gonna be behind the tree. Don't pay attention over here.
all stuff.
What?
Yeah, I want you to be inspired.
There we have it.
Definitely feel
It's a
inspired.
D8 inspiration, right?
Yep, we boosted that.
Anything else you want to do?
No, bonus action moved, so
Okay.
and presumably to safety. If not, they'll just attack Zoria.
It's Sol-ath's turn.
Sol-ath's gonna swing around a little here to try and impede any movement towards us.
Okay.
And then take some swings at the guy who just stabbed him.
Roll high
Alright.
this time.
We'll see. Hey, I rolled high this time.
There you go.
I just needed someone to tell me.
That's what I'm here for. Bardic Inspiration. That's a free one.
Ooh,
That's
get your target.
Hit your targets! I don't want to die!
26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Wow.
12 damage.
Alrighty.
Oh, and before I do that, I'm gonna use a maneuver.
That's the J one, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's a J.
Okay.
Wait, I'm still learning. I haven't ever actually played a battle master. Second attack is dirty 20 to hit. On
That will hit.
And I'm going to use a trip attack. So it adds a superiority die to the damage. And then they have to make a strength saving throw 16 or be knocked prone.
16, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 22 damage as well.
They do make that save.
Wow.
But they
And-
still take 22 damage.
Okay.
And then, yeah, okay, that's how that works. So that's all. I'm still learning these maneuvers, so I will end there.
Okay. Just taking a couple notes.
So,
So
There
we're still
we are.
missing 2.
yes.
The bow one.
I'm sure
and
we're
the-
about to find them, too.
And was that Sol? That was your turn, right?
That was
just-
Sol-ath's turn.
Okay, and now it is your turn.
Alright, I am going to speak very. No. I'm going to cast. There it is. Call lightning.
What are you going to call it?
I'm gonna call it lightning to your face. I don't know. A giant cloud appears over the battlefield. 60-foot radius centered over the battlefield here. I'm going to choose this spot right here between these two guys.
Okay.
And a bolt of lightning will come flying down. Every creature there has to make a dex save of 16.
All right. Which all is that hitting right now?
M and J.
M and J. Thank you. Dex, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. J makes it, and M. They're prone, so I think they automatically fail.
I'm not sure if that...
I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's true in this one.
Is that not true?
They can make
Okay.
saves.
Disadvantage on attack rolls.
Well, they fail regardless.
Okay. So M takes 21 lightning damage and J takes half that.
Rounded down to 10.
Yeah.
How's he looking, by the way?
How can we tell? It's
Both,
dark and
both
they're
of
wandering.
them have taken some blows. You don't see any sign of, like, it's dark. You can't see anything.
They're not leaking liquids like blood or anything.
I mean, not noticeably. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all.
Okay. Then we have. Why? There it is. All right. At this point,
Oh, I don't know if any of the other invisible ones were in that area, but they would have gotten attacked too.
Yes,
It's just an area.
I accounted for that.
Okay.
E is going to pop back up. And
Where?
E is going to be further out that way, towards the cameras, so beyond the rock a bit.
Like way back here.
Yeah, about there. That's good. And kind of leaning. They got doing the thriller lean.
They're leaning
like
around
it.
the rock.
Yeah. They are going to cast. They're going to cast slow on Sol-ath. It is a wisdom save of.
Do you still have your inspiration?
It's a wisdom save of 18.
What does the Ring of Evasion? Does that help you?
No, that's for area of effect.
Wisdom of 18.
Yes.
For dex saves specifically.
Oh my. Okay, well. 21. I hope I didn't waste that.
Yeah, you actually. I'm surprised.
I
Well
used
done.
my inspiration, so.
Yeah, that inspiration really carried you.
So you feel this sort of wave of lethargy overcome you for a moment, and then in the back of your mind, you hear a slide whistle. As
And the phrase,
As
you
you
gotta
rem-
go fast.
and the phrase "gotta go fast"
Gotta go normal speed.
sort of plays through your head, and you feel energized and full of vigor again,
Oh, good. I've got
And-
vigor.
and relative youth, because your character's 50, but for furbolgs that's pretty young.
Yeah, it's still.
So you're feeling good again after a wave of lethargy. And
That lethargy was pretty relaxing. Kind of miss it. Right?
okay, next up it's Sol-ath's turn.
Yay. Well, let me turn toward my attacker there.
You know, ask him to surrender.
I really should. You who used to be invisible
There is no response, but now that you've
are
turned
behaving
around
exactly as expected.
and you can see them,
With your sword light.
they have like all the full facial features and structures that you would expect, except every bit of them looks as though it's made of liquid metal.
These are mithril people, maybe. We could get rich if we lived through this.
We've turned some people into shirts already. We're above turning you into shirts.
I am going to attack, and I wish I still had my inspiration, but I don't.
Sorry.
But we'll try anyway.
Was
Yeah.
their clothes also like part of them then? Like, are they T1000ing?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Their clothes seem to be more of an illusion of what they were wearing. Yeah, so it's like all part of it. Imagine just the T-1000 from Terminator 2. Well, while they're still doing the metallic rendering over the whole figure. That's what they look like.
Gotcha.
well, I aim at its neck,
Sure. Yeah.
hoping that I could actually hit it. Let's
Okay.
see. That would be a 23.
That hits, and this is J, right? Or is this T?
T.
T. Okay, that'll hit.
Okay.
And let's see what you get for damage.
I get
No one will
You-
know.
I get 10 slashing damage
Okay.
and 6 fire damage.
Okay.
Now I have advantage on my roll,
You do.
and I attack my second attack.
Absolutely.
This time I get a 21.
That still hits.
Still hitting.
Did the fire look like it was absorbed, or?
Yeah, it's hard to tell at the speed that it's going here.
This time it does 10 slashing damage and 6 fire damage.
Okay,
And then I attack with my offhand.
absolutely.
This time I get a nat 20.
Ooh.
All right,
Would have been better with the.
get that crit
Would have been
going.
better with the other one, so I get.
But it's your offhand, so this one you always have to do better on.
I do well. Not this time. 5, total of 8 slashing damage.
Still, poured out quite a bit of damage in a single round.
Yeah. Not as much as I'm going to take if it hits me with those attacks.
Probably true.
Assuming it
Anything
still
else
gets
you wanna
any
do?
hits.
I know you have movement and action surge.
Yeah, I do. I'm tempted to. If I do action surge, I get a whole nother action, don't I?
Yes.
So I get 2 attacks plus offhand.
no,
not
just
the-
your 2 attacks.
Just the 2.
Yeah, because your
that's a
offhand is
bonus
taking your
action.
bonus action.
Yeah, I'm going to use it up.
Okay.
See if we can eliminate at least one of them.
This time I miss, I get a 10.
Yeah, that does not hit.
This time I get a 25.
That will hit.
Doing,
Although I don't think you got advantage on that because you missed.
I didn't use an advantage.
okay.
I rolled a single die,
Nice. Okay.
and I rolled an 18 and not a 3.
That's good.
I was very careful to be careful. I do 7 slashing and 7 fire.
Okay.
Will you roll for the fire?
D6.
2d6s. Yeah, so I haven't been rolling very well with my fire damage, but
Like I said, we're playing golf rules today.
we are.
That's
Everybody's
true.
doing that. Everybody's.
Any movement you want to make?
No, if I make a movement, it would be bad.
All right.
Unless you get flanked.
Then it's Chuckle Buddy down there, who's still chuckling.
You're welcome.
His bow still
Thank you.
invisible.
You're still the most effective
Who's still invisible.
member of our party.
Chuckle Buddy is down there, chuckling away. That brings us.
It was a
back up to the-
tree. It was Leave. He shook the tree. That's just comedy gold.
back up to the top. With T. And T is gonna strike at Ulza because that's what makes sense to do.
And why would we do that? Why don't you just run away?
They have a job to do. That job to get murdered by us.
That was crooked. And that was somehow worse
All right.
than the crooked one. The second attack, your AC's 20 still, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
it still is.
Yep. And that will hit. That's a nat 20.
Oh, ouch.
Could you not do that? Use my shield.
Yeah, well, that's gone.
Nope. Nope, can't do that. There we go. That's 6 damage plus. No, 3. It's 13. 13 damage is what's dealt to you on that blow.
On a
Could have
crit.
been worse.
Yeah.
Thank
Could
you.
have been a lot worse.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, there we are.
And then this time they're gonna try something a little bit different as they've been stabbing you with a spear.
They already had 2 attacks.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
get 3.
They get
apparently.
3 attacks.
I don't like this. I only get one.
What do you want from me? They get 3 attacks.
I don't care
This
if
one
I
misses.
completely disabled one of the opponents for this entire battle so far.
Hulwin, it's their turn now.
Oh, Hillwin is going to switch to lightning.
Okay.
So what did he try to do on that last attack?
Tried to shove you basically with his shield.
Oh, knockback.
Okay,
Yeah.
no slashing.
Now, that one has not used any weapon that you would be able to disarm.
Yeah.
Well, lightning arrows on the one Olsef has been attacking.
T.
Okay.
On T. See how the first one goes. That's going to be a 28 to hit.
All right.
That hits, yeah.
Good. Oh, well.
All out. Hey, 11 damage.
Wow.
And we have a clear view because it's standing next to some fire.
Yes.
Does it do anything different? Or does it just go...
It thunks, and then there's like electricity coursing through.
Does it like react at all?
I mean, in so much as it just got hit with a bolt. There's nothing out of the ordinary here.
We're just
It's a dripping...
Everything about this is out of the ordinary.
we're mostly just looking to see if it's absorbing damage like the metal guys we fought before. That's all.
But it doesn't appear to be.
It doesn't appear to be.
Like
I mean,
healing.
when Sol-ath was hitting it, there was, little bits of metal were coming off. When you thunked an arrow, it thunked in, and like there's a little dripping, and then there's like lightning coursing over the surface.
Just making sure.
Checking our options. We're going to shoot another lightning.
What I'm not going to do is tell you, yes.
It did double damage.
It did double damage.
Well, no,
And
we're
you
more
can see
looking
that
like,
because
is it healing back up?
is the enemy going, ow, that hurt twice as much as normal?
Hey, it helps to know. We can actually see what we're doing now.
Yeah. We're more worried about healing it than we are.
Yeah, well, that one was 12, so...
That does not
Oh,
hit.
that's not good.
Well, if you're worried about healing it, the only thing that I can tell you is
We don't know.
you don't know. You
That's
only
fine.
have your prior experiences to draw from.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
it.
We're just trying to get all the info we can.
Yeah. Anything else from Holden?
No, they do not have a bonus action, so... They're just gonna stay kind of hidden.
Okay. Then it's your turn because you guys rolled the same initiative.
They're not gonna take it before 9s? Alright.
There's some. I'm just going to be blunt about this one. There are a couple hidden mechanics going on with their abilities and initiative. You guys haven't had an opportunity to see any of this yet.
Because they're
I
invisible.
can barely see anything. Is everything either invisible or it's dark? And apparently dark vision doesn't do what I thought it did.
We should have patrolled during the day.
Yeah, then
should have done
we would
that,
be able
yeah.
to see these things for miles if
What
we did
was
it during the
Sol-ath
day.
thinking? Patrolling at night when things happen instead of during the day when we could have just been eating pretzels.
Hey, dwarf!
Pizza pretzels.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are! I thought I was gonna see you because it was dark, but it's just because you're short! I don't know.
You go, yeah.
Yeah,
There's not a lot to work
that
on.
was
I
pretty.
don't-
That was pretty
Liquid
offensive. That should work.
Yes, offensive. So
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save? 15?
Yes, 15.
Uh,
Wisdom.
They fail.
Yeah. You are the most effective member of the party here.
And I do 4 damage because
To Jay.
to the dwarf one, yeah.
Yeah. Does that one get a ring of some sort now?
No, just disadvantage on the next attack.
There's not a ring for it.
And Olsef probably needs the most help.
Like in life, or
Yeah. Olsef, be inspired!
Okay. Ah, that felt good.
time for crap.
Time for crab!
I like that better than the whistle.
I'm just going to start calling you Randy Newman. Short people got no reason.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It is now Jay's turn.
Oh, good. Bye, Sol-ath. Disadvantage on the next attack.
Probably a good one here because they are gonna make first attack, and yep,
Did I prevent a crit?
you sure did. You've now done that twice in a row.
The disadvantage only works on the first attack, though.
Shh. Quiet.
Is it only on the first one?
It's only on the first.
Well, then you haven't done that twice in a row. I thought it was their next turn. But thank you for correcting me.
Why would you
No,
do
thanks
that?
for that.
Can't
Yeah.
be
What? As a player,
But
don't screw your
it
other
does
fellow
hit.
players.
It does hit.
And that's going to deal... $10 damage. They are then gonna make one more attack, which also hits, and that deals 10 more damage. At this point, they're gonna use a bonus action, and
Disappear.
what do I want to have them do?
Run away.
They are gonna
Jump back in the lake. Be eaten by Sturmgrimmy.
run off into the woods.
Like these would?
Yep, they're gonna run off that way.
How many?
They are gonna use.
Does Sol-ath get an attack, or are they disengaging or something?
They're disengaging. They can only use 30 feet in their current state. So they move 30 feet that way.
Since Sol-ath has the sentinel feat, even if they disengage, he gets an attack of opportunity.
Well,
Then he gets an attack of
I
opportunity.
read the characters.
There you go.
It'd be very funny if he forgot it. It's like, oh man, I wish I could have done that.
20.
all right.
All right, make your attack.
Also, because of the sentinel feat, their movement's automatically reduced to 0 and they can't move.
Perfect.
So,
Yes, keep the danger next to him.
Yeah.
Just a big hand. No. Stay.
8 plus 6 plus 19 damage.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are stuck there.
Sol-ath basically takes his sword, slashes it down on them as they attempt to run away, and they like stagger and stop. You can see more liquid leaving at this point. It's visible in the light. And that means it's Sol-ath's
wet
turn
Jay.
now.
Hopefully Sol-ath can kill this guy.
Sol-ath's gonna try and take him out. 24.
That hits.
7 damage.
Can you roll better?
No. I forget, did 19 hit this guy?
I don't know.
I'll add the inspiration because I want to end it. 25.
25 definitely hits.
7 damage again. And then I'm going to action surge.
I can let you take 2 attacks before you would notice this. I'm not gonna let you waste action surge on it. That would be a really douchey move as a DM because he's dead.
Oh, he's dead? Okay.
Yeah,
Is he a puddle?
he's kind of a puddle.
Ooh, I
So
love kind of puzzles.
Ooh, yeah.
Sol-ath strikes him once with his sword and then thrusts it through the second time.
There's the goo pile.
And upon doing that, Sol-ath removes his sword, slumps down, and he's on the ground. You see this coating of what looks to be almost quicksilver in its appearance, which is mercury. It like drains from his back. It comes up and over, leaving his body and pouring out through his wound onto the ground beneath him. And then this material, it slithers off into the woods.
Like a symbiote.
A bit, yeah.
So this was a guy covered in... there's a person underneath it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there's like a body there now.
So there's
Yes.
a body, but the goo is gone.
All right,
goo
great.
is
We're
gone.
gonna have to revive that guy now too.
Yeah.
boy. Venom got out.
Well, actually, we could just use a potion
Okay.
at this point.
I felt like I really did need to stop you before using action.
That's fair. That's a good call. And then Sol-ath's gonna use his movement to swing around to the opposite side of T and help
Okay.
with some flanking.
All right.
And that will end the turn.
You don't want to action surge on that one?
How similar, like leaking wise, does this guy look?
Nowhere near.
I feel like I need to save it because we still have an invisible guy somewhere.
Yeah, there is still
Okay,
one
So
invisible person.
I want to hold it and
Alright.
end the turn.
Your turn then. As
All
Soria.
right. You took 13 damage. I'm going to use my bonus action and use my Balm of the Summer Core to enervate you with some healing energy. As you get 7 7 hit points plus 2 temporary hit points. And you smell raspberry.
That was very pleasant. Thank you.
And then I'm going to bring a lightning bolt down on the one that tried to cast slow way over here.
Okay.
Because it's from the huge storm cloud. So they roll a dex save. 16.
Okay. They make that.
16. 25 halved.
All right, that rounds down to 12.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Now it's that person's turn. And you see them bring their hands out and then clap them together very quickly with their staff in the center. And as they do so, the staff like drops down and points directly at these three here: Ulseth, Sol-ath, and T. I need Ulseth and Sol-ath to make a Constitution saving throw. And
Oh, Sol-ath. That's me.
Is that a D8 inspiration?
the DC is 18.
Sol-ath easily makes it.
20
Okay.
with inspiration. Thank you again. You save me quite often.
I've
Then-
never felt more useful as a support character than Knives.
You're so supportive.
Yes, because you all suck at fighting.
Yes, we do.
You would all suck so much more if I wasn't here.
You'd all be dead.
Then Ulseth and Sol-ath each take 15 thunder damage.
That was the
Ow, that
half.
would've-
That was halved. As this wave of energy comes crashing over the ground and just slams into the three of you. And actually, it's gonna wipe out that bush that's next to,
one?
yeah, that's gone. It's vaporized on its little path there. That's mostly for fun. That's not really how it works.
Does
but
it knock over a tree that Nines is under and it falls on top of him?
Ouch! I'm dead now.
What about the guy in the middle? Wasn't he zapped too?
it's just a 10-foot zone, but it's more cinematic to have it happen that way.
Does T look like he gets hit too?
Oh yeah, T got hit.
Okay.
Yeah, T absolutely got hit.
How's he doing?
T doesn't actually make much of a response to that one, but you can see this weird, like, rippling throughout the whole surface of T's body as this liquid coating, it's shaken by this thunderous.
So thunder, he felt the thunder, and my lightning, and his thunder.
Is he from down under?
It's a song.
You're bringing Imagine Dragons into my campaign?
Well, we haven't seen any in a little while, so I have to imagine.
Yeah.
Tell us to imagine dungeons, so
We keep imagining that.
Why? Why?
Okay. Technically, we served an omelet to a dragon not that long ago.
It was a very good omelet. You did well.
You just you constantly want to see a dragon, so you're constantly imagining a dragon.
Yeah.
His name's Phil.
I turn into
I'm
a dragon again. It's the closest I can do.
It's Ulseth's turn.
Well, I will raise my main hand. I have
Yeah.
advantage because the last time I
Flanking.
was attacked. Yeah. I'm double advantage.
Which is definitely a thing. Roll 10 dice.
I got another nat 20. Yay. I guess
hopefully
that will,
this ends it.
All right.
hopefully I can do double. This is double damage with fire too. So we start with 6 slashing and 8 fire, followed by 4 slashing and 6 fire.
What's
Okay.
that, Tony?
You hit him. Looks the same as every other time you've been slashing at him, taking off little bits, and it doesn't seem to do too much one way or the other.
Well, then we take off some more bits.
Okay.
This time I got a 23,
That hits.
doing 10 slashing and only 3 fire.
3 fire.
Yeah, it was, I know. And then I use my offhand.
Okay.
Come on, Ashalara, do your stuff. 14, 21.
That hits.
Doing 6 slashing damage.
All right.
You would think by now he'd be tired of getting hit and would just...
He looks a little worse for wear at this point.
Just a
Nice.
little.
Just a little.
No kidding.
I think,
Jeez.
well, the one we took out already, I think, was sort of a roguey type.
Yeah, this.
This guy is really a...
Let's see.
This guy needs a lot more damage.
It's a big tanky guy.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can break this. Haha!
Hideous laughter's gone.
Tasha's hideous laughter is broken. Finally. But that's the end of its turn. So
So it stopped not laughing.
it stopped being so squirmy.
So we have no idea.
And now it is T's turn. T is first attack is going to go at Sol-ath.
Sol-ath's not doing super great.
I'll get over to him next round. If he lives.
And
You never know.
that hits. 13 damage again. And then the second attack. Oops, I rolled that. That hits against Ulseth this time.
Ouch.
So he's doing like a cool like stab, backstab, like you know, when
Yeah,
they
so
do
it's
that
like
thing behind them.
Swing, and then they like swing it around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You take 8 damage. And I dropped a die. And that's gone, so we'll get it later. And then the attacker, thank you, strikes out again at Ulseth this time,
Why are you rolling with it?
dealing... I'm not.
Why are you...
She's
dealing
rolling a super
12
advantage,
damage.
10 dice. Sol-ath's technically a little better off than
We're both mostly dead.
It's now Hulwin's turn.
Shoot the healing arrows all.
Unfortunately, I do not think there is a healing arrow.
Oh, I heal. It feels so good.
I can do poison.
That's like healing.
Yeah, that
in
is.
small doses. Just do a small amount of poison. Very small.
For fun, let's shoot a radiant arrow.
Yeah, radiant's cool. It's like a tracer round. It's all lit up.
26.
That hits, yes.
On T, right?
On
Yes.
T.
I'm just going to keep rolling 2s the entire time, so 7 damage.
All right.
And another one.
You should get a die that has more than just 2 on it.
I've been flipping a coin. Statistically, that's a good thing. 27 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
And hey, that one's going to be a total of 11.
Yay.
I feel like we need to kill this thing very quickly.
Okay, that hits. Anything else you want Holland to do?
Can they... There's still one invisible, right?
Yeah.
Still one invisible.
The bow one.
Can they use like a bonus action to just perceive to see if like they notice some grass
Rustle.
moving different or incorrectly? Like unnaturally, I guess.
I'm not going to make you use a bonus action because they're just looking around, but it is going to be a disadvantage. You're trying to notice something very subtle in combat.
Yeah.
At night.
At night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They have eyes.
Let's
Yeah.
use them.
That can.
No, they have dark vision 90 feet, so
Can they smell anything?
15. So with perception, 19.
Don't see anything that is setting off alarm bells like, oh wow, that depressed grass over there in the shape of a person must be. There's not that going on.
Okay.
At least that they notice.
Well, that's the end of their turn.
Okay.
See, that just moved.
It was making like a tree.
Little piece
It made like the
fall.
tree and
Make a tree.
They're up
distracting.
in the tree. Shoot the tree with fire.
tree, you suck.
Nines, it's your turn. So, I mean, you can do your favorite thing and light fire to the tree if you want.
We will insult the lance guy.
Do you want to heal someone?
Oh, that's right. I should probably heal someone.
Sol-ath and Sol-ath are both pretty.
Yeah, but I can just like walk to Olsef.
Yeah. Do you want to
So
walk
I'm
up
gonna
to
walk over to Olsef.
and trigger an attack of opportunity from the invisible thing that's sitting right next to you, that's sniffing you,
No, that was just me. Nice
You're just-
allergies.
sniffing your arm.
Oh, it smelled like wet Jim.
My clothes are gleaming, but not my armpits.
It comes underneath the armor. It's disgusting.
Next time we get to a magic shop,
Gleam your fur.
gleaming armpits.
Gleaming fur.
The gleaming, it makes it all sweat worse. It pushes it back in. It concentrates it.
Wrong. Anyway, we're gonna do a third level cure wounds.
Oh,
Slap you on the back.
Walk it off.
Be grateful.
Get off!
Be grateful it wasn't an arrow.
14, 18 recovery for you.
Ooh, that sounds very good. Thank you. You can do that again sometime.
We can do it one other time.
Well then, yes.
Can I use my feline agility to walk back?
You really didn't use all your movement.
Yeah, I don't think you need to use it.
I mean, if it's
You can give.
So basically, you ran out,
Slapped him.
slapped,
Snap out of it.
and then ran back to your tree.
get your head in the game.
That's
Thank you. Make
Almost
like
make like a tree and go back.
make like a tree and kill that guy.
that's the most cat thing you've done in a while. Just run out, claw, run back. Okay. Anything else you want?
Like I have one more bardic inspiration. I'm wondering if it's been saving Olsef's life quite a bit.
You have been saving my life quite a bit.
You'll get my last inspiration.
Thank you. I think that is the best yet.
We'll see.
I feel truly inspired now.
And that ends my turn.
Okay.
Is there like a wet guy just breathing. Like, did wet Jim follow me all the way here? It's just like standing next to me.
These
like,
guys are wet. Do you think Wet Jim's a sleeper agent?
We're having this conversation on the field.
Yeah, I'm shouting that.
It's
Hey,
Sol-ath's
you
turn.
guys know wet Jim!
Sol-ath will go swing it. Try and take the T down.
Okay.
Best I can here. 2 3s on advantage.
What?
That was great.
So I don't think 12's gonna hit.
12 will not hit.
Second attack. 14.
What are you doing?
18.
Okay.
18 will hit.
18 hits? Okay.
Don't you have some sort of super gun you could use to like?
That's the captain.
Don't you have? Didn't you carry like 19 of these guns?
Those are in the improv set.
Not in this reality.
9
No, in the
slashing
alternate
damage.
reality.
And if you want to get in touch with our ultimate reality, head to DiceAndDungeons.com. And you can catch up with us all over the place there.
That's right. And the alternate reality does not involve us being mostly dead.
I'm going to use
I'm
another...
doing great. I don't know what your problem is.
With this hit, I want to use another superiority die, actually,
Okay.
to try and trip. So it does 9,
That was cracked.
12. Was it cracked? I guess
That's how you
not.
push it over.
I did.
yeah.
19 damage, and they make a strength save
Okay.
of DC 16 or be knocked prone. And Sol-ath tries to
Which maneuver was this?
trip attack.
Trip attack.
Swinging his sword around to take the guy's legs out from under him from behind.
And the save is 19?
16.
16.
19 damage.
19 damage. Right. They make that
Wow.
as Sol-ath tries to go kind of low with this blow
That
and
was a low blow.
knock their legs out from under them. They're hurt by this, but stand firm.
Okay. I guess I'll action surge now.
Okay.
I'm just looking at all of these various maneuvers, trying to determine. 18 again.
Yeah, still hits.
7 damage.
Man, we love twos today.
7 damage.
Can I make multiple maneuvers in a turn as long as I have superiority dice?
I believe so. I'm a little rusty with Battlemaster rules because I haven't run one since like we first got
Yeah,
5th edition about 4 years ago.
Then I'm going to try and trip once more and add another 8 damage.
Okay. That pulls them down. They are on their back, and as they come down, their eyes seem to kind of flutter, and all the material coating their body slides off of them and onto the ground and slithers off into the woods.
Can Sol-ath make his last attack against it before it slithers off against the liquid?
I'm not gonna have you waste time on it.
Oh, okay.
Even if he hits it, it's just gonna like go around it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he still has this extra attack, so he'll attack Olseth now. Can you can't move in the middle of an attack action, so he'll just have to because his attack action is 2 attacks, so he can't run over and use his last attack on that
No.
guy. All right.
He can still walk over there, can't he, after his turn?
He can still walk over after his turn.
So after the action surge ends, he'll get over by the prone guy.
Why don't you take the base off the other guy so we know he's down? There we go. So that's 2 out of 5. 3.
Yeah, we don't know where the other one is.
There's one missing.
There's a mage way over there. There's the prone guy there, and there's this bow guy who's missing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the last turn.
Okay. Your turn now.
I'm going to drop some Balm of the Summer Court on Sol-ath.
Yeah.
So that's 6, 7, 8 healing. And 3 temp hit points. And then I'm going to use my action to draw another lightning bolt down on the caster way and back.
All right.
So that's DC 16 dexterity.
They somehow make that. They are far more dexterous than I would have imagined.
15 damage halved. Then. So does everyone just dodge my lightning bolts all the time? Mm-hmm. Seems like. All right.
Apparently. I thought that they were, pretty good lightning bolts.
Lightning
but
bolts
everyone's
are
very talented.
famously dodgeable.
Maybe they played a lot of Final Fantasy X.
In the lightning field.
How many did you have to do?
300.
300. Yeah. In a row,
In
right?
a row.
You had to dodge
These
300
guys-
lightning strikes in a row.
So there was a part in the game to unlock what was it?
I never got that far. I just know about the lightning.
I think it was a high end weapon. Part of
Yeah.
getting 100% completion in the game. That unlocked, if you got 100% completion, you got the super secret ending, which was really dumb. But
Just YouTube
if you dodged 300 lightning bolts in a row, then you unlocked this. I think it was a weapon, and got completion towards it. So the way it would happen is there's a little flash on the screen, be like flash, and then a bolt would strike, and you had to do that 300 times in a row.
So was Zeus just like, wow, 300? Here's a weapon, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's just really terrible.
Yes, it is.
So that's my turn.
So that would have taken most of one's life.
Now I know
just
how
to-
the lightning fields in Final
There's
Fantasy
a lot
X
of
feel.
lightning there.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy.
This guy.
Yeah. Don't sing it. It's okay. Oh, you're a bard. You can go ahead.
No, I'm not that kind of bard.
Oh.
He's more one of those bards who just eats food.
Eats food. So a very rare type of bard that can afford to eat.
But you're very good at insulting and making jokes.
Clearly.
Your jokes are
Make
really
like this
great.
tree and leave.
That was the best joke.
I'm
of this
really-
He was
series.
laughing for
Just do the worst
18
thing you
seconds
could
straight. Don't hurt nines.
Shoot nines shoot
Don't
nines
nines.
in the throat. Are you looking at a spell list and deciding which one you want to hurt us with the most? Just fireball it.
Don't hurt Soli. We need him to give us jobs.
To pay us.
We just got back.
Okay.
That's right. We're
The
making
caster,
what, like
she
2
looks at you,
silver or something out of
and
that
Me?
deal?
Yeah, she looks at you.
Sol-ath you or
And-
Zoria you?
Soria. And she spins her staff incredibly fast. It's
Well, I've been able to do that with a stick.
swirling in front, and you notice that she's not even like holding it at this point. It's just magically spinning incredibly fast. And then you realize you're in a little bit of a trance. And she's gone.
For me,
No, forever. She's gone. And the illusion of her staff spinning fades.
so she's off the field again.
Yeah, she's off the field. Sol-ath, it's your turn.
Now what are we supposed to kill? Just a guy on the ground?
Yeah.
He's the only
You're just
one
going to run over
visible.
and kick him.
Go flank the
Kick him in the
guy.
head. You don't need to even flank him. You just need to just stab him. He never got back up.
I
Yeah,
know.
but if he gets back up,
Because it's at the end of his turn. So he can't do
It's a
anything.
great spell.
It's so overpowered, in my opinion, for when you get it.
don't kill them.
I'm not going to. I rolled a 13.
Technically, Sol-ath's the only one who's been killing. Yeah. But that
That's-
seemed to be his thing. He seemed historically he's killed feet.
13. I am.
That's why I haven't held back.
13 does not hit.
How are you
20.
guys on the ground?
He's a
I'm
wiggly
tired.
guy.
I'm tired of.
He's not even wiggling right now. He's just looking up. It's like Olsef is stabbing the ground around him.
24. I'm gonna do. I'm doing
Okay, so that was an attack, right?
the
24?
first. Yes, the second attack.
I didn't hear you roll a second time over 9's protestations. 24 hits.
I missed the first time.
I
I'm
was
doing
aware of that part.
I'm doing non-lethal damage. We want to question this guy after his silvery, liquidy thing runs away.
Okay, so in what manner are you doing non-lethal damage with your flaming
Just right in the liver.
Just gonna drop his sword on the guy.
I'm just.
Because normally I can get behind like you kind of clubbing him with the butt of it or anything, but he's on the ground, he's beneath you, so.
And you're like 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Just
So
sit on
in what
him.
manner are you attempting to do this? Because
I'm taking off his leg and immediately cauterizing the wound with my
That's
flaming
super non-lethal.
It'll be non-lethal.
okay,
He's
This is
doing
At
the-
least disarm him. You have experience doing that.
this is non-lethal in the same sense that so many non-lethal weapons are.
Yes. Well, this was 8 slashing damage and 12 cauterizing fire damage.
12 burning heal damage.
Okay, you don't cut his leg off. You do bring your sword down on him, and it connects.
Yes.
And some little bits come off.
Another one of these people. Okay. Well, I'll do my offhand now.
Okay.
My offhand failed. 10.
That won't hit.
That was like one of. Yeah, that was bad.
Anything else you want to do?
I want to feel bad about myself because I missed 2 out of 3 attacks
Okay.
against someone who was just laying on the ground, practically immobile. Maybe
All right.
I was feeling merciful. You think that was it?
No. Olsef's not known for mercy.
No, I just missed this immobile target laying on the ground. That's what the problem was. It was so low,
And you're so tall.
so tall that I was slashing away and
You
just
need a longer
whisked right
sword.
across the top.
Okay. He stands up. And then
It's half movement.
he does this and hits his arm. And
He never did.
he's invisible now.
So combat's over. There's no one on the field.
Technically speaking, if he moves away, they do get a chance to make an attack of opportunity.
I am going to say that you can have that attack of opportunity.
It would be disadvantage for sure.
Yeah. At disadvantage.
They were flanking, so.
And I have
And
double advantage.
I want to be
No,
clear about
single
this
advantage.
because
I
you
missed the last
do
one.
get this. But I've always thought this particular rule is slightly silly because if something is invisible, now you can't see it. But there might be other signs you have to notice, and I think that should be a check. I feel like invisibility should be a little more powerful. I'm going to say in this circumstance, you're fairly certain that they're going to try to move, so both you and Sol-ath are just going to take a chance at swing.
As he does it, you're both just like,
Yeah,
At disadvantage,
at disadvantage.
despite our double advantage.
but he's moved out of the.
Okay, well, nonetheless. Actually, that wasn't bad.
Sol-ath doesn't. 5 and a 2.
21.
Ulseth, you connect.
This won't necessarily break the invisibility, but
No, but,
you can
Depending
at
on what you
least
get.
sort of tell which direction he was going. based
Like,
on
as a
where-
reaction of them disappearing, that is what's triggering this in this scenario.
yeah, I got 10 slashing and 6 fire. with my wild swinging at this invisible disappearing
How
thing.
on earth did you hit the guy when he turned invisible, but not when he's just rolling on the ground laughing at my great
He's standing
humor?
up now.
That's right.
Tall enough for you. That was
Yeah,
the
that's
problem.
right. That was it. See, I was just.
What you need to
I
do is
couldn't-
practice stretching down.
See,
I need
Ulseth,
to stretch because I had trouble bending over far enough
Yeah.
to hit this prone.
you got to get some calisthenics going.
Yeah.
Do a little yoga.
Yeah, maybe
And-
not have such stiff armor.
And your sword, well, it was made for like a 6 foot tall, like average human. It was just a pirate sword.
Yeah, not
you know, not made for a furball.
You need to lengthen it.
That's the
Nicole,
problem.
Can you make an art that has like a picture of Olseth and it says "You must be this tall to die"?
Yeah, it's like one of those billboards for the rides at carnivals.
cast-
Yeah, and it's
right?
like you're like
You
this.
must be this tall to be hit.
Should I cast
you'll-
reduce on Ulsa?
So
probably
basically,
worked. No, he's like swinging the
Gnomes?
sword sideways.
safe. Halflings, safe.
safe, yeah.
Pretty safe. They might get a little singed.
You know,
The dwarf is
They
very
take half
sensitive.
a
damage.
dwarf laying down, safe. That's what we've determined.
That's what it looks like this last.
Can we get
3
a?
attacks.
Did Ulsa get a loose sense of the direction the guy was heading when he hit, or not? Really?
Not really, because
Fair.
it was essentially right where he was.
No, that's
you,
fine.
You
I
took
just-
the reaction right as they disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very quick with my reaction.
So you knew they were still there. They didn't like apparently transubstantiate into another plane.
But they
is
got
what you can
16
tell.
more damage.
Yes.
How many times have we even hit them so far?
Uh,
A couple
like
lightning
all
hits?
of them together? You've hit all of them together quite a bit.
So
And that means that right now, it's Holwyn's turn. There are no combatants on the field
Visible.
that you can see.
Can they hold their action until they see something?
they can probably hold an arrow.
Yeah, they can knock an arrow and
They
hold
are
it.
knocking an arrow. It's going to. Hold on.
Do you want the triggering effect to be
I
if
see an enemy.
if an enemy appears?
Yeah, we'll do. Cold.
Cold.
Cold arrow.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay.
And if they appear in Holwyn's vision, they'll shoot.
Okay. No one appears yet. Nines, do you want to hold an action, do anything like that?
Scuttle over to Sol-ath.
Okay.
Well, you're doing great, buddy! And I slap him on the back and give him some heals.
All right.
That's going to be 18. Then I scuttle back to my tree.
That is a very good maneuver.
It's, yeah.
I think this time you'll have to use your
I
feline
use my
agility
feline agility.
if you want to get back to your tree.
I do.
Because they're a little further away than they were before.
And if I don't move, I get it back. But I have to use all my abilities.
All right.
And I do not have any more Bardic Inspiration. So
Then it's
Wow.
Sol-ath's turn.
I guess.
does he activate his X-ray goggles to...
Yeah. Yep, he uses his X-ray goggles.
He pulls out his gun and just fires into the...
I guess I'm just gonna prepare, like a swing if anything appears nearby.
Okay. So just sort of readying a blow.
Yeah.
If it, with the trigger being if an enemy is next to him.
Yeah.
All right. It is your turn, Surya.
Can't you just fire some fairy fire?
Well, yes, but if I miss, if they're not in that area, then it doesn't do anything. But that's not a bad idea. I do have it prepared. So we know the mage was around here, and the guy just disappeared around here. So if I drop maybe like right here, a cube of fairy fire, knock over a tree. I will lose my storm if I do it.
Can I still hit things, though? Or...
Well, here's a question. So it's a concentration spell as well as call lightning.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hit anything, Can I maintain my Call Lightning spell instead of dropping? Or does it automatically drop when I cast another concentration spell?
I would need a chance to like go and verify everything. Since we're recording, I'm gonna say, in this case, yeah. If you cast another concentration spell,
It'll drop.
it'll drop.
All right. Well, it's worth a shot since they're all invisible. So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire and coat this 20-foot cube. Or, sorry, 10-foot. Oh no, 20-foot cube. Yeah. Right here.
Okay.
I'll create a little spore cloud in my hand and blow it out across that area. And it'll fall down. It's a dex 16
Okay.
to, and everything else gets lit up in it.
Okay. The ground in the area is sparkly.
Ooh, that is very pretty.
Okay, well, we know they're not there.
We know where they are not. That is good. That narrows it down then to almost every other place.
Unless they made the save.
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense for an era, but that's fine. Like, it's how the spell is. It just feels weird for...
To be able to escape
They're
this stuff.
yeah, they're like, oh, these little tiny
Like,
specks.
the whole area is covered in fluorescent specks, but I'm dodging
It
around
would be
every
like-
spore.
No, they
It's
just
like a
blow-
glitter bomb going off.
and not getting hit.
And
That's
not getting
basically
hit.
what fairy fire is.
Yeah.
It's just a glitter bomb going off in a cube, and then someone standing in the middle just going like Matrix style dodging.
Question.
Yeah.
That whole 20-foot cube is lit up.
Yep.
Are there any suspiciously not lit up areas in it?
Just like
I'm legitimately asking.
there's not suspiciously not lit up areas.
Okay.
That's a good point. That was good.
All right. That's my turn, I guess.
Okay. It's now Ulsa's turn.
Well, I'm going to take the opportunity, since there's nothing to whack at that I can see, to use a bonus action to heal myself
Oh, with second wind.
with second wind, yeah. I don't lose anything by using it now.
I should have done that with Sol-ath, too.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic, but it's something. I get 8 points back.
8 points is better than...
Anything else you'd like to do?
Is there a defensive stance you can take?
Or you just used a bonus action, but I could use a... I was already in a stance. I was in disruption.
You can swap, but it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think, I don't know, maybe I should move.
put your back against a rock. So
Yes,
they can't
that's it.
attack you from behind.
That's a pretty good idea. Is this against a rock?
It looks like it's against a rock.
I know this is.
Yeah.
It's a very light rock since you're moving it.
No, it's
It's a styrofoam
very,
rock.
very strong.
Okay.
I move those rocks by just bumping them. Would you like me to move any others?
I'm good.
Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay.
I am being vigilant though. I'm looking off to the, I'm looking back and forth.
That brings
case,
us
in case I see something that's invisible.
back to the top with Holwyn. An entire round has transpired and they haven't appeared.
Now, since there has been a delay, can they do a better perception check?
Yeah. I'll sort of retcon this a little bit and say that they can take their turn since they're scanning around last turn and have kind of used this. You didn't ask for it last time, so I'll say this is a cumulative check from last turn.
It's not great. It's going to be a 14.
Holwyn doesn't see any movement from like a humanoid creature. There's some squirrels and stuff. Like
Shoot the squirrel.
Things
Shoot the
that
squirrel.
are in nature.
Hit it with
But-
force.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal. In the
But they
face.
don't see anything that's causing them concern here.
Just checking their inventory real quick to see if they have anything that we can screw around with.
Okay.
You have a lantern that reveals invisible things that we got from a pirate.
I have a lantern of revealing. Thank you for reminding me when it's not my turn.
I'm at this point.
If only we had a trident right now, too.
I know.
I'm gonna
A trident
end
would be-
combat.
Oh,
Oh, Seth, I thought you were going to use that lantern of revealing that you had.
I had forgotten about that. In fact, I have forgotten about a lot of things that I am carrying. Perhaps because I am carrying too many things, including
time we
you
go to-
sometimes.
Next time we go to company house, let's go through our inventory. Keep only what sparks joy.
So is combat ended, you said?
Combat is ended.
Oh, Seth, what do we do now?
I am going to search the bodies.
Sully, what do we do
Right
now?
before combat ends, Sol-ath is going to go, that was a great job. You each get 10,000 gold. Well, I'm still in control.
Yeah, Sol-ath doesn't say that. No. In
You get to divide 10,000 gold?
fact, Sol-ath looks around, little harried, and then looks at all four of you and just goes, "Oh, damn it." And that's where we're going to take a break.
That's it?
Well, Seth, you
Yeah, we're gonna take a break.
You
We're back in
remembered
a few
to
minutes,
use detect
folks.
magic to see where they were, right?
Of course.
Okay.
My break.
Welcome back. We've returned from break after the conclusion of what I'm going to call an interesting combat. And
Why is everyone looking at
three,
me for that?
Holwyn and Sol-ath are all currently standing in the smoke clearing you had the fight in. And the combat ended with at least 3 combatants appearing to vamoose,
Appearing to
disappear. Yes. And Sol-ath going, well, damn.
Damn what?
That's more paperwork.
Oh, this is a lot more paperwork. Usually we've been finding just some smugglers, refugees that we end up just taking and finding them a place.
Well,
But we haven't found anyone of this caliber before.
well,
This is troubling.
While he's talking, I'm going to go over to where they were, the ones that turned invisible, and see if I can pick up any tracks.
Okay, make a survival.
Guidance.
Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I just realized it's been a long time since I heard the dulcet sounds of a self-smack and guidance.
Yeah.
Tense combat over, immediately resumption of shenanigans.
27.
You notice that there are footprints heading in what's perhaps the obvious direction.
The city.
Towards the city.
Alright, I'm gonna start slowly tracking them, see if I can keep following them while they clean up. I'm gonna not go very quickly, but I'm mostly gonna try and just scan.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna check some pockets. So
How far do you want to try to track them away from the group?
Well,
Because I'd rather handle just one thing at a time.
We should all move as a group. There's still 3 of them out there, so I'm gonna help with the bodies.
Okay.
I'm gonna look specifically to see if there's any of that liquid sitting around that has been sloshing off, that metal liquid.
Okay.
And if there is any, I'll bottle it.
Yeah, make an investigation check. Since you're looking for something
Guidance.
specific.
Not as good. 11.
All right. You get a pretty good look underneath them where you think that's the most likely spot for some to be. And you don't find any large amounts of it, but it looks like maybe their clothes around their wound, because one of them got stabbed through the chest by Sol-ath, and there might be a little bit on the frayed cloth,
I'll just
like a tiny bit. I'm talking, you gotta cut the cloth off and put it in a vial.
I'll do that.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing, so whatever everyone else is doing, I'll be doing.
You go through their pockets for loose change.
or contain change, whatever. I'm not picky about the money I find on.
That's right, whether it's loose or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
shove my hand in their pockets.
Sure. You
I
come-
turn away.
You find really
Between them,
old-
you come up with 87 copper.
It's kind of low.
How much money do you bring on an infiltration? However much you have.
Whatever's left.
About 4,000 gold.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
Man, whatever guard captures you, they're gonna have a great day. No, I didn't find any gold on him, sir. It was gold free. Oh, and by the way, I bought this new Ferrari.
What's a Ferrari?
It's a horse named Ferrari.
Oh, it's like what, Jim?
This is a considerably drier horse.
Why don't you just quickly detect magic over their gear?
Yeah, I do that. I use my bonus detect magic on both bodies to see if there's any magic residuals.
No. Their clothes look incredibly plain. They don't even have like really appropriate gear. Their boots are fairly worn and tattered leather boots.
Oh,
They're
they dress like you used to.
they're
Yes, when I was, a slob. Ugh.
their clothes are not very nice fabrics, pretty rough spun stuff. Their hair looks to be rather unkempt. Nothing about the gear they have on says a trained soldier to you.
So
And they don't have any weapons.
they were generated by the liquid metal, presumably.
Yuhor Sol-ath,
Yeah.
Should we pursue?
what do you make of this?
Well, I'm gonna guess that we've actually seen the first attempt of a full-on attack from one of the dragon families, if not the Republic itself.
I noticed some tracks. Should we be pursuing right now?
We definitely should track them.
All right. I will grab my bag of holding, scoop up 2 interrogation corpses.
No.
We have speak with dead. They have fully functioning mouths.
There you go.
They'll probably be like, I was captured by a dragon family and they injected goo in me, and this is the last thing I remember.
Yeah,
But,
and you've been corpse free for several hours now.
Yeah, I know. My bag was getting nice smelling. So I scoop up the bodies in my bag. Let's try and pursue.
I follow along, following the trail as well as I can as well.
I will.
Okay. Since you already have the start of one trail,
Yeah. I'm gonna pick that one up.
you're gonna pick that one up. It carries you, a ways into the woods further, and have you make another check to basically see if you can keep tracking it.
Guidance. It's cracked.
Can we assist? Is that a thing?
Technically yes. I already rolled, but
I'll say I don't know the result, and I'm kind of the important person to know the result in this one. So I'll say, yeah, you would all be attempting to help Soria
So,
look and keep track of this trail.
So do I get advantage then, or do they each roll?
I'm gonna say advantage.
Okay. Yeah, 20. So 29.
Okay.
I am assisting. With
You're
the looking
able to
at the
track
ground.
them to the major river that runs into Careholm.
They are back in the water.
And the tracks go straight into the water. And the river is a large one. It's about a quarter mile across.
That's pretty large.
Ardamore, sniff this cloth.
The little otter that follows Ulseth around, sniffs at the cloth.
Did we bring
and
both
then,
them and tens?
Then looks at you.
I always have 7s. Follow that scent. I use animal handling and not speak with animals.
I can speak to animals.
Should
You
I
can speak at animals.
Should I start bringing some of? I really love otters. So I have a bunch of like little stuffed otter plush. Should I start bringing one of
Oh
them
yeah,
down here?
that way we'll always remember that Ardamore is with us.
But we'll
I
have
will
to
say
get
you are Ardamore.
plushie.
You are Ardamore. Zoria is asking that you follow the scent of the piece of cloth that you sniffed.
Because I believe in reality, scent actually will sit above the water. Bloodhounds can actually track in water.
They can. Yeah, they absolutely can track.
And
through-
otters are the exact same as bloodhounds.
That's
I'm
true.
sure this would work.
Except they swim better.
Yeah.
Well,
That's not true.
they do swim better.
But this is a sea.
They do swim better.
Well, you said that wasn't
They-
true.
I was responding to her being the same as bloodhounds.
No.
They're not the same as bloodhounds. And this is a sea otter.
in fresh water.
And I think
Oh, we needed a smell otter.
I don't know. Do I have a sea otter plush? I don't think so.
River.
I think I only have river otter plushes.
Well, we'll just have to pretend.
We'll have to get a sea otter plush. That's the answer.
Well,
So-
anyway, we follow Ardamore.
Who does not understand what we're asking?
I asked Ardamore to follow the scent.
He can speak
I
with
can
animals.
speak animals.
He just
I
can't understand animals.
them, but I can speak to them.
Yeah, you
and
can
Ardamore
speak at
goes,
animals.
What does Ardamore go? Right?
It's a cat.
Meow, meow, meow.
What does the sea otter say?
The sea otters mostly just make kind of a little.
Correct.
They can make like kind of noises.
Okay.
They can squawk.
There we
and
go.
Make little squeaky things.
Yep. And does Ardamore attempt to follow the scent?
I don't know how good the sense of smell of a sea otter is,
I can hear people looking it up as we speak.
but I am fairly certain that their sense of smell is probably slightly better than our own.
Extremely acute.
Extremely acute.
And he is
there an
cute.
equivalent? Yes, they are cute. Is there an equivalent animal? Since this is the track that's important right now, and I'm not even joking. This is the track that's important. Is to understand the ability of a sea otter's nose. This is what we're doing.
Let's see. You can tell the difference between a contaminated clam and a safe clam before consumption.
That's fairly good.
It's pretty good.
Can anyone come up with a comparison to tracking animals?
I'd say probably a bloodhound, but one of the best ones.
Of course, it's the position.
Like a super good one that can smell anything.
Like,
Should we do like a smell check? Should we see?
Are we all just smelling around?
No, Ardamore is sniffing.
all right.
Let's see here. Sea otters at several
I'd say
aquaria
just-
around the country compare the otter's general sensitivity to smell to that of other animals, including dogs.
Okay, so they are about the same
As a dog.
as a dog. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to know. I'm not
Yep.
trying to fight you.
No.
I just don't know the
We're
answer.
a learning D&D
Yeah,
channel
this is
here.
right now.
Everybody knows how well sea otters
Which is
can
about as well as a
detect
dog.
smells.
Yeah, like a really good bloodhound dog.
I'm gonna say that bloodhounds, since they are
Dogs.
acutely trained to do that, and this is not, and they're trained and bred to be that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're probably not as good as a bloodhound, but
Yeah.
a bloodhound is not the only dog that can track.
Oh, Seth, weren't you training Ardamore this whole time?
And I'm
I'm
gonna
doing that
say
now. Every time we rest,
that
I'm gonna do tracking training with Ardamore.
I'll allow that. If you want to engage in like activity training with Ardamore, that's fine.
Yeah, now that we know how important
Like-
it might be.
Like if you want to train Ardamore to do certain tasks, I'm gonna say that's okay that you can do that.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that.
And whatever the task is, so each time you guys have a skill, every time you gain one, I have a scale that each new skill gets a little bit harder than the last one that you've completed, but you all have the same numbers. Ardamore is going to be a little bit less typically on the amount of number like accumulation, but the harder that task is will change the number. That's the big difference here.
Yeah. Little did we know how important Ardamore
So
could be.
Yeah.
this was a tangent I didn't expect to go down today. How good
What
is
is it?
the sea otter's sense of smell? But apparently, quite good is the answer. About as good as a dog's.
DM search history is always like, how much
It is.
can a squirrel bench press?
Yeah,
And like stuff like that, because it just
Yeah,
only comes up in D&D.
it's insane what you guys come up with.
How big is an ant when it's too big and stuff like that.
So I'm going to say that this is possible, but Ardamore hasn't really done tracking before, so this is a new skill for
This
him.
is new. And Ardamore is very excited about it because
You promised clams.
Contaminated clam.
non-contaminated clams, not
Okay.
crabs.
This is a new skill. in an environment that he's never been before. It's a little out of his range, so
It's a long shot, but I give him guidance.
you give him guidance,
Slap the sea otter.
Yeah.
and he
Inspire.
seems thankful
I do not have any
for
more.
that.
You used them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently we needed it because every single one seemed to have saved us from something.
Guidance.
Ooh, and that
Sure.
20 plus 4.
No, I had him roll at disadvantage because this is totally.
new.
You've never asked him to do anything
That's
like
fair.
Never did, yeah.
this. Ardamore seems to understand what you're asking of him, and is making his best effort, and swims out across the water, and gets to the other bank. And so he's quite small now, though. Ardamore was a younger otter, but
It
not
was, yeah.
not like
Not baby.
baby. So he's probably about 2 feet long right now. It's a full-grown sea otter. They're a lot bigger than you think. They are large animals. Probably about 2.5 feet long. So you can see him running along the other side of the bank. It's a little hard to make out. Here in the open banks, there's more moonlight coming through. You can see him moving, and he seems a little lost. Like he could kind of pick up the smell coming across, and then can't pick it up. And he comes back to you and gives you a little bit of a I can't pick it up kind of vibe, I guess. As much as Ardamore knows how to communicate that complex idea to you.
You are Ardamore. That was a very valiant attempt at something you had never tried before.
You suck! Do better next time!
We will give you
Continue.
kibbles and bits, and you will learn about tracking with your nose.
Nines, you need to cast Speak with Animal to tell him that.
No!
Every night now, Sol-ath is going to make a request. Can you please summon some clams, Nines? And Nines is going to be, clam, 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 clam.
Contaminated clam!
Ardamore can tell the difference.
Clearly not. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
we can assume they're going towards the city.
Going
Yeah.
down that otter hole
That took a while.
Has-
Let's go down toward the city.
has... we've learned things. We learned things. It's education.
We'll move back towards the city.
Okay.
Keeping
Assuming
an eye
that
out,
that's where
but
we're going.
Assuming, yeah, we've lost them.
So you've lost the trail at the river.
But we'll follow the river to the city, and I'll keep an eye out for signs on our way back.
Okay. You don't... On the way back, you don't see any signs. Instead, do you... Alright, you three as players might not be thinking of this, but your characters in a tracking mode may actually think of this. Since you can't cross the river directly, yeah, one or two of you may stay by one side of the shore, the bank of the river. And the others may go to the other side, so you have some bearing and you don't screw up like your position, and then try to pick up the trail relatively. It will take time
How wide is
to
this
do
river?
that. About a quarter
Quarter
mile.
of a mile. It's
Quarter of a mile.
Wide.
big.
Yeah, so it's big. And the bridge crossing, the nearest bridge is a few miles south.
Toward the
Or
city.
sorry,
Away
not south.
from us.
East. It's east, away from the city. Going down the
How
river
far
more
across can your
towards Lake
cloak go?
Domar.
500 feet.
500 feet.
That's like 900
It's not a
yards.
quarter mile.
No, that's not enough.
I can't turn into a water animal right now.
Can't you turn to like a bird yet?
No.
The question is basically,
Does anybody want to swim a quarter mile across a river?
this
Other
is
than
a
Ardamore.
swift-flowing river.
I will not swim across this river.
We should just go.
Let us go as quickly as we can toward the city.
Okay.
I
Figured I'd give you guys the opportunity to think through that
Yeah.
idea, because your
Well-
characters probably would have thought of that.
will go. Stormgrimmy, can you take some of us across?
Storm Grimmy!
or catch the people who are in the river?
Nothing here.
I summon a chicken with my knife. And I throw it into the river.
It splashes down.
And flows with the river.
And yeah, it's washed away.
Yeah.
Well, someone's gonna have an interesting story.
There's a fisherman down at the end of the river.
Oh, this fish tastes like chicken.
He throws it in his barrel
Wow.
chicken.
This is a weird looking fish.
Chicken of the river.
Chicken of the river.
Hey, that's a great name for a product. Yeah.
Chicken of the river. All right.
So I'll just head back towards town, watching
Yeah.
along the bank of this river.
Well, we do say, you who are Sol-ath,
Yeah.
You're in charge.
you are in charge. What shall we do?
Well, I think we need to go report this immediately. There's an obvious threat to the city.
Well then,
Do you have a ring that does that?
No, not to the military commanders.
I can replicate what the guys look like.
Will probably be helpful.
well then
And-
we move behind Sol-ath.
All right, so you all race back towards the city?
Yep.
Yes, as
I
fast as...
will. Be
I will
watching.
briskly walk there. I don't want to tire
Okay.
myself out.
I will spend the whole time keeping an eye out for signs as we go. I'm not expecting it, but I just wanted to make sure I'm doing my due diligence.
I'll keep
Okay.
an eye out for anything that starts with the letter R. You know, help pass the time.
Make a survival check for tracking.
Assisting.
Guidance.
You get an assist, and it takes you guys about an hour and a half to get back into the city center from here.
It was easier.
Moving
riding a
quickly.
horse.
24.
I forget, where did you guys leave Wet Jim and your horses?
A long way
Great
back.
question.
Domar, Lake Domar.
Okay, so you have a bunch of horses down at Lake Domar.
Horses know how to get back, probably.
And we followed those targets for quite a bit before we got wrapped up into combat. So
Yeah, so Wet Jim's down there just probably frolicking in the water at this point.
Stewart will retrieve
Yeah,
them.
trying to dry off in the
he's
lake.
probably frolicking in his own horse-made lake.
Little did you know this is where Lake Domar came from.
was Wet Jim's ancestors.
No, it was just my
It's just-
What Jim, yeah.
he's an old horse.
He's eternal.
He's an eternal horse.
So,
You get back into the city, and Sol-ath heads straight to the military complex right in the center of
We'll go.
the town.
we'll go along. We want to hear what happens.
Sol-ath heads up to one of the gate guards. They have a very brief conversation. Then he waves everyone through, and you start making your way towards the commander.
Okay, we follow. I follow.
When you enter the commander's office, Sol-ath says, "I'm pretty sure there's been a breach." And the commander just says,
Dang it.
"Shit."
Darn!
And that's where we're gonna end today.
Real quick, how is Nine still wet?
Yeah.
Is that Wet Jim just? How
You're
deep?
you're dry at this point.
Okay.
It's been a few hours now
Yeah.
since you were on Wet Jim. So your clothes have had time to dry out,
Okay.
So these guys got in somehow.
or at least towards the city. You know, well, they breached the shoreline, so, and we don't know all the concerns yet that they have. Sol-ath might not even know. I mean, he's a mercenary. The military commanders have their own agendas, I'm sure. We'll find out.
Well,
Well, thank you for
that
joining
was
us,
a
everyone.
really interesting combat. Thank you.
It was slightly less interesting of a combat for me than I thought it would be. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Great spell.
I feel
9 out of 10. No notes.
I wanna make a bunch of enemies that are immune to it, but that also feels cheap. It just feels cheap to like make a whole bunch of enemies that are immune to that, because unless they report back and say like, oh yeah, this was the spell, we all need to like take some like a lot of depressants beforehand and become immune to it. But that's how
Yep.
it goes. So thanks for joining us,
You're
everyone.
not going to invent the heckler feat, right? where I get to make a joke at their expense, but they get to counter with a heckle?
Maybe I will. That sounds fun.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you say
Thanks
that?
for the idea.
Yeah, great.
I like it.
Looking forward to that.
In the meantime, stay safe, everyone. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.